Hello, Jessica Yourbricks here, back for another review, and today I'm reviewing set number 70161. It's called Tremor Track Infiltration. It has 241 pieces, 2 minifigures, and it retails for $20 in the United States. Now, this is a LEGO Ultra Agent Summer 2014 set. These are just starting to show up in stores. I got mine from Toys R Us. Now let's take a look at the packaging. Alright, so here's the box for this set. It's a nice $20 box. Looks really cool. And there's the side. Something to note with these summer sets is that the bottom has this little recycled symbol, which I haven't seen before. And here is the back, which shows all the little play features, which is really nice. And the one instruction booklet has some interesting stuff in it. At the back, like I said, the new win thing is just kind of Lloyd right there. And it varies from theme, it seems like. And there's an advertisement, more advertisements for the app or whatever. Advertisement for the theme, and right here is pretty cool because it's an advertisement for Ninjago, and for some reason they advertise the Destructoid, so maybe that'll become a wide release set, I don't know, but they advertised the 2 summer sets. I know they didn't advertise the Destructoid in the January sets for the advertisement, so maybe that's why they're advertising it here. First minifigure is Ultra Agent Jack Fury. He does have this little accessory right here, which is a sticker, but it does attach to this little shield, I guess you could say. But this is actually usually used as a car bumper, from my knowledge. I know I've seen it in a few other sets. Usually has like a little part to a vehicle or whatnot. So it is really cool that they're using it as a shield. And I can just pop that off of his hand right there, as it's one of his 2 accessories. Let me just take it off. And you can see the nice little sticker right there. And then he does have another accessory, which is this little blaster. Basically, it's the new blaster piece from 2014, so you could just have to pull or push this part down and the stud shoots up like that. Well, that shot really far. And for the minifigure himself, you can see he has some awesome torso printing right there and some great leg printing. He is not exclusive to the set, though. Keep that in mind. He does come in the Hurricane Heist set, and so he is not exclusive, and that version is the same version as this. You can see his face right there. Which he does kind of have a smiling smirk or whatever, but he is a little bit beat up with that little scar right there. And his hairpiece is Anakin's hair in black, which is used in one other minifigure, which is Prince Eric. But keep in mind, like I said, since he does come in another set, it comes in 3 sets, because that's this set, the Little Mermaid one with Prince Eric, and then the big Hurricane Heist set. So this is still the cheapest way to get it, because the Little Mermaid set is $30. And here's the back look at his face and his torso, his back torso. Now this guy right here, his name's Tremor, and he's one of my favorite minifigures of this year. I absolutely adore this minifigure. Just the detail they went into making this minifigure. They have this whole new mold just for him right here, which is really quality plastic. It's not like China made, because it was with all other pieces, so I doubt it was made in China. But you can see it has this nice silver finish on it. It's not pearl silver or whatever, as I call it, or flat silver, as other, AFOLs and stuff like that call it. And you can see he does have some nice spikes all around, and some really nice bolt detail. And he has a flat top like that, and inside you can see right there. So it is a shoulder and helmet combo, but it's just an excellent piece. It's very sturdy, has some awesome paint detail. It's not rubber or anything like that. And like I said, it's made just for him. His face is this little face that looks a little bit like Judge Dredd. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And he has a really awesome torso right here, which was completely unnecessary. They did not need to add that, because you can see this part covers it up. But the detail they put into it is awesome. He has kind of this silver shine on it. Some silver shine on his leg printing, which looks great. And he uses these 2 pieces, which are Gorzan's kind of gorilla arms or knuckles or whatever you want to call them. And you do get 2 of them in this set, and this is the cheapest way to get that piece, because that piece only comes in 2 Gorzan sets so far. I believe maybe some in summer 2014, but I haven't checked yet. And those are the $50 Gorzan's Gorilla Mech, and then the $70 War's Combat Lair. On the back, you can see he has some wire detail on his torso and a nice silver shine even there, and an alternate sided face. So overall, one of my favorite minifigures of this year. Just a great minifigure overall. Okay, so here are the 2 builds of the set. You got this build right here, which is Tremor's vehicle. And then you got this little ATM machine, as I call it, but it's really not an ATM machine. It's more of like a secure data protected safe or something like that. So first we'll look at that, since it is a smaller build. And you can see right here, it's a very kind of cute and little simplistic build. On the front, there's a few stickers. There's one that says data protected and alert. And the cool thing about that is they show a little imprint for a minifigure hand. So maybe that's how they open it or, you know, unsecure it or whatever to get the data terabyte. And the actual piece itself is a round 1x1 tile that has some nice printing. Keep in mind, that's printed right there. And it's on this trans green little tile, which looks great. It just goes on that jumper, white jumper piece right there. And you slide it in by going to the back, and you see there's a little bit of space for it, so you just put it in like that. So that's a really, really cool little build. So I like that. Here's the side view, the back view, and the little play feature is that you push this, and you can kind of make that little terabyte go out. So it's a simplistic play feature, but it works just fine. This side has these little vent pieces right here. And yeah, overall, really cool build. Despite them having stickers, I don't really mind the stickers. And I'm glad that this little terabyte piece, which is the mission of the set, as indicated on the box, is printed. And the next build is Tremor's vehicle, which looks really, really cool. I only have one complaint with it, and it's a complaint that you can remove extremely easily. If you guys could guess what it is, it's this little antenna piece right here. I think it looks really kind of off. So all you have to do is take it off of that, because it goes on this little handle here. Bam, the vehicle looks much, much better. Once you take that off, it looks, I guess in my opinion, it looks sleek, and it looks really kind of like it would maneuver really kind of well. There's this really nice track part on the bottom that works like a tank, so you just kind of push it and the vehicle moves. That moves very smooth and it works just fine. Just can't do it too much because it's kind of ruining my cloth on the bottom. On the front, there's two stickers. There's one right here and then one right here, which is kind of this one but flipped. So that's really cool. And the main play feature is this part right here. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to twist it and it moves. So you could, it looks a little bit funny at first, but you could kind of make it trem through things. Kind of make it break through stuff, which is kind of what the point they were going to. That works really well. And you could make it go really rapidly. So that's nice. And there's two stickers there. Right there. So that's really cool. And you can actually move these little parts on the Tremor, I guess you could say Tremor attachment or whatever. I don't really know what you call these. And you move it like that. So I guess you could even capture Jack Fury like that and shake him rapidly. On the side right here, it's nearly identical. There's these two little flick and fire missiles, which are also on the other side. Like I said, it works just fine. And I say nearly identical because on the back you can see right here there's this little exhaust pipe, but right here is where the antenna is supposed to go. So that's the only part that's not really symmetrical with the rest of the set. Right here is actually a really cool piece. It's a steering wheel. I didn't see this before I built it, but I did a little bit of research and it actually came in two Technic sets that were both $20 this year. And it also came in one of the police sets that came out this year, which was a $30 set. So it's nice to get that in a non-Technic set that's cheap, and I guess the $30 set of the city is also cheap, but it's one of those retail exclusive ones, so it's a little bit hard to find. And that's actually a really cool piece. You can kind of move it like that. So that's a nice detail. And you could easily fit Tremor on here. And it works because his fists, and due to the nature of the steering wheel, you can make it look a little bit like he's maneuvering it with his fists. So you just kind of have to slant his little fists right there. And there you go. So that's really cool, and you can see just from the top view right there, there's lots of little mechanisms right here to get this thing to work. And there's these two exhaust pipe-like builds right there. And on the bottom, you can see there's the tracks and a little plate right there. So that's a really, really cool vehicle. I love it, and now it's the final verdict. When I first saw preliminary pictures of this set, I said it looked really, really cool. And wow, this did not disappoint. This actually exceeded my expectations. This is a really, really good set. Now, two minifigures, we'll start there. And basically, this guy right here, Tremor, is probably one of my favorite minifigures of this year. I mean, besides the Lego Movie minifigures, some of them, you know, like Emmett, and besides the Simpsons minifigures, he's probably my favorite. I love this little piece that they use, which is a new exclusive piece, and it's kind of like an armor piece. And it reminds me of something from like RuneScape or something like that, that you would put on him. It reminds me a little bit of granite armor. I don't know why from RuneScape. If you guys played RuneScape, you know. But they never had a combination like this. And it's an exclusive mold just for him. The paint on there is this shiny silver. It's not like flat silver or anything cheap like that. So I really like that, and it's not like a China-made thing because it came with all the other pieces. That's awesome. And the rest of the minifigure, I love his headpiece because it reminds me a little bit of like Judge Dredd or whatever. And his torso printing is above and beyond. It has a shine on it for silver, kind of like a shiny silver like his armor piece. And it just looks awesome. So I love that. And the next minifigure is Jack Fury, and Jack Fury is, even though he's not exclusive to the set, he's another great minifigure. He has Lloyd's hair in black, which is quite rare, even though he does come in another set. The only other set that it comes in is that Ariel's Magical Kiss, and it keeps on falling over, which it comes on Prince Eric there. But it's basically Anakin's hair in black, and I think that's really cool. It's a nice piece, and then his torso print and his leg print is really cool too. His little shield right here is a nice touch, even though it's not really meant for a shield piece. They kind of made it into a shield piece, which is cool. He has that regular blaster. The little ATM machine right here, as I call it, even though it's not an ATM machine, it's actually a protector for this little terabyte right here, which is a very nice printed piece, by the way. This little terabyte 1x1 tile is a really cool throw-in, and it has a pretty nice working play feature where it kind of slips out like that. And then the main vehicle itself is excellent. The only part I didn't like about it is this little antenna part connecting to it, but you could easily take it off like I did, and I think it looks really cool and sleek here. Now, this design wouldn't work with some other vehicles, like if it was a car or whatever, because it would just look too skeletal, and I don't even know. But since it's kind of like a tank, and we don't get military sets, it's a nice, fresh new look for a vehicle that I haven't seen, really. I love the play feature where you can move it around like that. I think that's really cool. And I love this little steering wheel piece, which is quite uncommon. I love the color, this dark tan color that we get, because it's quite, it's uncommon to get colored pieces in that dark tan color. And it makes it look a lot like a military vehicle. The stickers are just fine. I don't mind them whatsoever. And yeah, it's a great little vehicle. You could put the minifigure there. There's space that it makes it fit. And overall, I'm really, really impressed with this set. I will have to give it an A+. I can't find any flaws with it. The only flaw I really found was that antenna piece, but you could just kind of take it off. I don't mind that we don't get like 2 exclusive minifigures or even 3 minifigures, which is what we'd expect from a $20 set, because Tremor is just such a well-made minifigure. I love the printing on his torso and his legs. I love this little piece right here. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So overall, just an excellent set, a really, really awesome set. Go get this if you see it in the stores. There's pieces that will probably satisfy any builder. If you get the dark tan pieces, you could use them for your castles or your desert scene or whatever. So it's not exclusive to that. And you can use it in the city with this little ATM machine, as I call it. And even the minifigure head pieces, like this little hair piece and his headpiece right there for Jack Fury. Excellent set. Go buy it if you can. I will see you guys later. Bye.